Hey crafty friends, it's Kathy here, and today it's Scrap Lift Crafternoon time. That's right, it's Sunday afternoon and we are lifting the wonderful Mel Walkden from Mel W Scrapping. She is a fellow Aussie and it is a special one for me. I selected this layout and I'm happy to celebrate Mel. Mel is one of those scrapbookers on YouTube and Instagram that just churns out that content, and she's so supportive of each and every single one of us. So this is a tribute to her. She is a great support for our community, and I hope you go along and check out her details, which are down below, and go and give her some love and support on her videos. So Mel, this one's for you, and we are lifting you this week, and I am glad that we're getting the opportunity to do so. So first of all, Mel loves mixed media backgrounds. All her backgrounds are mixed media for the majority, and she just likes getting in with her inks and her stencils and her stamps and so forth. So we're paying homage to that, and this layout requires an inked background, so I'm going in with some pinks. The first color that you saw me doing there was the Victorian velvet, and that was to give it that grungy feel to it, because the photo I'm using is from Sydney Around the Rocks, and you'll see that shortly. Next I went in and I used well, I think the next one was, no, what's the next one? The next one was Worn Lipstick, that's right. So the next one that I'm using right now is Worn Lipstick. So it's a deeper bit of a pink, so it's putting a bit more tinge to it. So there you can see that starting to arise. And now I'm going to go over the script one with Picked Raspberry. I didn't say pickled this time, did you get it? I did Picked Raspberry, that's right. So I'm using a script stencil here to add the script, and that's a homage to Mel's layout, because she had the script in the back of her background as well. So that's where I'm being similar to Mel. I'm also being similar to Mel in the fact that I also am doing a monochromatic layout. She did black and white and I'm going with pink and white. So I have done my mixed media background like she likes it. I have done my script stenciling, which is the nod to her. And I do have a brick stencil somewhere, but I do not know where it is at the moment. I tried finding it. It's, you know, in that very safe place where we put everything in our scrapbooking stashes so that we know where it is the next time we use it. But no, I couldn't find it. So I am using the Picked Raspberry to distress edge the white, because everybody who's been watching long enough knows that I struggle with a plain edge or plain white. So I'm just adding that little bit of extra to lift it, and then I am putting it on a 1-inch frame of pink. So that's where I differ a little bit from Mel's, is that I'm edging and putting a border to mine. So I am just adhering it with my double-sided tape, and now I can begin to work on the layout. And I do like the effect the pink and white is happening. So just like Mel's, I am doing some splatters, and I am using spun sugar here in the Distress Oxide spray, but I'm using it to add my splatters. I'll leave that to the side to dry, and when it's dry we will come back, as you can see now, and we're going to start working with the photo. Now this photo, as I said, is of my daughter. We were down in the rocks in the city on a very hot day. I believe it was 42 degrees that day. It was shocking. It was so hot. Why we were there that day, we'd gone down with my daughter, so that my other daughter, her and her boyfriend at the time were going on the jet boats out in the harbour. So we all went down for the day, but it was extremely hot. But while we were in the rocks, of course, the girls, Lily just couldn't help herself. She just was a little poser back then, and she liked to just get up and pose in the window frame. So I couldn't, of course, say no and take the photo, and here she is. And that's why I've gone with the pinks, because of the staccato of that building, and also the fact that her shoes were that bright pink. She was very proud of those shoes. Her eldest brother bought them for her so that she had great shoes, because at that time, with her dyspraxia, which we didn't know that was the problem, but her feet had some issues and the doctors had insisted she have special shoes. So her brother went out and purchased her special shoes because he wasn't going to let her have bad feet. So these, then I've added in some vellum to the back, and I also added in a film strip die cut there, and that's a little bit different, but it's a layering up my photo like Mel has on hers, but of course it's just got a little bit more layering, and that suits me a lot more. So when I use vellum, I like to use some double-sided tape behind the parts that have like the printed part there, and that way it adheres it. But I also use my photo part to adhere it down so that it stays in place. Now I had pre-cut some swirls here and some hearts on my die cutting with my metals and metal dies, and these I'm just layering them up. I'm putting the hearts like Mel had on hers, but I'm also going to add in some floral clustering. You know, I just love florals, and that this page lends itself to it beautifully. I'm using some butterflies just as Mel had on hers, and as you can see, the beautiful pinks are being carried off into the foliage, and these are flowers that I've fussy cut from a Uniquely Creative pack that I have. So I have January fun because it was January, and then it says if you can dream it, you can do it. And that's very much what I say to my children. If you can dream it, you can do it, as long as the only person that holds you back in life is you. So that's very much our philosophy, and I encourage them to do everything and anything they want to do. So I went off screen and I adhered all of those down into place, and I'm now just adding some Nuvo drops to finish off and set up my visual triangle. And I'm really loving how this has come together. It has turned out very pretty, and I can say thanks, Mel, for the inspiration. It is a great layout. I love the final product. Here it is up nice and close. You can see where I've popped things up with foam tape. You can see where I've layered up all of the different colors in the inks, and I'm just loving how this looks. It's just a really nice layout, and that photo has been sitting on my stash since 2019, and it is now finally done. So I'm very happy that it's finding its way into an album. So that's my layout for today. Here it is up nice and close. There is a full playlist down below. Tara organises all of the crew. If we're all playing, there are 10 of us, and you need to go and check out all their channels and all their Instagrams with their wonderful creativity. Hope I've earned a thumbs up from you and that you've liked it. Don't forget to hype, hit subscribe. Here's my next video for you, and I'll catch you next week when we hit Scrap Lift Crafternoon again. Stay creative.